Problem with creating a new product category is that the tactics that keep you alive in year one end up killing you in year three. Most founding teams don't realize this until it's too late. Slack learned this arguably the hard way. They dominated a new product category for years, then let an enterprise incumbent from another space beat them in the long game. Not because the other product was better, but because Slack didn't evolve their strategy as the category matured. Today, I'm breaking down the exact framework you need to understand where your category is at right now and what you should be doing at each stage. Think of creating a new product category as an ocean voyage. In the early days, you are obsessed with your course. You are understanding the market factors, finding product market fit. But once you venture away from the safety of the dock, your focus shifts to keeping that boat afloat. You're fixing the product while the waters around you are churning and changing. I'll show you why the 4 Waters framework helps you read those conditions. There are 4 stages of category maturity. Each one requires a completely different growth playbook. And the scary part, what works in one stage ends up actually biting you in another. So let's break down each stage using Slack's journey. Then I will give you an exact tactic you can borrow for your category. Stage 1 is Uncharted Waters. This is where the market doesn't even recognize your problem as something real or worth solving. Your primary competitor isn't even another company. It's doubt that your product category should even exist at all. You're in uncharted waters if it is difficult to summarize your business in one sentence. If prospects don't know that they have a problem, and if you are not replacing an existing product for early customers. How Slack did it. When Slack launched, the idea that companies would pay for team chat was mostly unproven. There was no budget line item for team messaging. No one was searching the web for a solution like this. And Slack broke every traditional startup rule. They skipped the MVP and launched with an incredibly polished first product. They bypassed budget holders and went straight to end users. And they stretched themselves to deliver partner integrations from the very first day. Why it worked. The polished product was so good that early users immediately became evangelists inside of their org. Going to the end users meant avoiding IT leaders that had no budget anyway and could instantly kill adoption. And the integrations positioned Slack as a multiplier of existing tools, not just another standalone product that needed to be stood up. How you do it. Focus everything on building belief, not capturing demand. Your primary motion is market education with early adopters. You're recruiting your future army of vocal evangelists. So forget about the traditional demand signals. Stage 2 is first voyage. You have proven that the category can exist. Early adopters are paying and they can articulate the value in their own words. Now you're racing to define the category before the competitors do. You're in first voyage if you have paying customers who can, explain the value of your product. Potential competitors are emerging with similar positioning, and the industry recognizes that a problem exists. But education is still going to be a critical part of the sales process. How Slack did it. Slack hit 1 million daily active users within 2 years. Tech companies immediately got it, but that success attracted serious competitors. Slack used their head start to iterate with rapid releases. They had emoji reactions, they had threading, and they had way more integrations, all while other competitors were stuck trying to achieve basic product parity. Why it worked. By the end of this stage, Slack had become a verb. They owned the category language. Corporate FOMO kicked in, and it created a genuine inbound demand. And best of all, competitors were so focused on Slack's taillights that they were just trying to copy instead of actually differentiate. How you do it. This is when you write the category narrative and position yourself as the obvious leader. Invest in your brand, own the language that customers use to describe the problem and the solution, and build strategic partnerships that reinforce your category definition. Lastly, make sure the competitors are always reacting to you and don't have a chance to catch up. If you're copying them, then you've already lost in first voyage. Stage 3 is charted course. The category is now real and totally codified. Mainstream customers understand the problem and know that they have options. You are in charted course if mainstream buyers are purchasing and it's not just early adopters. Your sales team is going to be spending more time on differentiation than on education, and you are losing deals to actual competitors, not doing nothing. How Slack did it. Mainstream companies across all sectors were adopting real-time communication products. And then in this truly Microsoft moment, Microsoft launched Teams with very aggressive bundling. It became a free alternative with packaged Microsoft Office 365. Slack had network effects, they had switching costs, but they didn't have an answer for Microsoft's bundling strategy. Why it did or didn't work. Slack didn't build defensibility fast enough. They kept focusing on feature velocity and user experience while Microsoft leveraged distribution and overall efficiency that Slack just couldn't match. The switching costs weren't strong enough to counter it's already included in what we pay for. How you do it. Build your moat immediately. This is a land grab moment, but you need to make growth sticky. Network effects, deep integrations, switching costs, data lock-in, these start to matter more than just the next feature release that you have on your roadmap. Look at your competitive landscape and ask what structural advantage could end up killing us. Then build defensibility against it now. Stage 4 is crowded waters. Listen, at this point, everyone knows what the category is and why they need it. You're now fighting for market share in an increasingly commoditized space, if we're being honest. You are in crowded waters if there is pretty much feature parity across options, price plays a major role in differentiation, and customer acquisition costs are rising every year. How Slack did it. COVID accelerated adoption across all workplace tools, and Microsoft Teams just exploded through bundling. Slack needed to bulk up to survive, which led to Salesforce swooping in an acquisition and reorienting the fight between two Goliaths. Why it worked. Slack's category creation advantage was admittedly gone at this point. The Salesforce deal gave them the resources and the distribution to compete at scale. The original game that they were playing, unfortunately, though, was already over. So how you do it? It's a common misstep to chase a new product category to escape competition. The winners in crowded water, however, optimize the machine relentlessly. They focus on unit economics, improve conversion rates, and obviously reduce churn. You need to be finding operational efficiencies that your competitors can't match, or considering bigger partnerships or M&A. Innovation matters a lot less than execution at this point, and if you're still in visionary mode, you're going to get crushed by the totally optimized operators. Here's what most founders get wrong. They overestimate their category maturity because they are surrounded by customers who already get it. But if your prospects still need education, you might be in an earlier stage than you think. So take the time to diagnose where you are honestly and then run the right playbook. Uncharted Waters. Build evangelists through product excellence. Market education and community building are your only motions at this point. First Voyage. Own the category definition. Invest in your brand, control the language, and make competitors react to you. Charted course. Build defensibility fast. Network effects and switching costs matter more than features at this point. Crowded waters, optimize everything. Unit economics and operational excellence will win here. Slack nailed Uncharted Waters and First Voyage. They stumbled a bit with Charted Course by not building their moat fast enough, and that mistake forced their hand in Crowded Waters. The tactics that work in stage 1 can kill you in your later stages. So now is your time to get it right. Hey, if you liked this, please subscribe. I also linked to the full guide in the description.